What's going on, everybody? This is Donation Request. This is for Dave. This is Sparks. This is from 1994, the song When Do I Get to Sing My Way? Cool. And they're back in Los Angeles. We're in the 90s. This is their next album after that 88 album that we just did. What does it say? This album is a gratuitous sax and senseless violins. It's their 16th album. Wow. Released in 1994 after an absence from the music industry of 6 years and marked the duo's transition into a more techno Eurobeat influenced sound, which earned them popularity in Germany. Yeah, they're really going after this. Look at Eurodance house techno. Sparks went on a temporary hiatus while the brothers spent the late 80s and early 90s concentrating on filmmaking, particularly in an attempt to make a Japanese manga series. I know nothing about any of that. Okay, they had hoped to have Sui Hark direct with the actress, voicing it, initially, they're talking about some film stuff, in 1993, Sparks returned to the studio and released the standalone single National Crime Awareness Week. That was one of their singles, and wrote and produced the single Katharine Hepburn for Christy Hayden. Gratuitous Sax and Senseless Violence followed in November the next year. It was produced by the duo without an additional backing band. The album had a sound that returned towards the European synthesizer-oriented sound of Number One in Heaven. Okay, so by this time they may have seen that was a thing. It at least had some kind of cult following. So they were able to go back and be like, okay, let's go more for that. Let's bring that back. However, the songs retained an emphasis on pop song structure and a sound that was only slightly removed from that of Pet Shop Boys. Okay. When Do I Get to Sing My Way makes reference to the Frank Sinatra signature tune My Way. That song hit number 7 in Germany. There you go. What's going on with other song titles? Now That I Own the BBC, The Ghost of Liberace, When I Kiss You I Hear Charlie Parker Playing, I Thought I Told You to Wait in the Car. That's a song title. I Thought I Told You to Wait in the Car. That's just funny. I mean, they got this interesting, sense of humor since the beginning. I don't know. I feel like some of this, while it makes sense that they did some of this dancey 80s kind of stuff, just because the one guy's a singer, or the guy that's writing so much of it is a keyboard player, it makes sense that they would jump into synths in the 80s because that's just where music went. It's like you play that instrument. Of course you're going to go there. It makes sense, but the music, it's the writing. The songwriting itself just isn't strong. It's not strong enough for me, at least to me. It's not strong enough. There's no hits. There's no hook. There's no melody that just isn't forgotten instantly. Stuff like that. That's the hard part, right? But that's what you gotta do. You gotta work on that until you can get that. All you gotta do is just dissect song. I know I make it sound so easy. All you gotta do is just dissect songs, dissect melody, transcribe, right? If it were that easy, everybody would do it. People don't do that though. You could give people the answer and they're still not going to do it because I don't know, that's kind of human nature, I guess, or something. Anyways, let's get into this. When Do I Get to Sing My Way? Official video. Let's do it. Bam. 1994.
No use in lecturing them or in threatening them. They will just say, who are you? Is that a question or not? And you see that the plot is predictable, not new, but just as done at the things you will do. No use in taking their time or in wasting 2 times on a call to God knows who.
This guy's a little bit more clean cut, kind of.
When no person looks at you.
Yeah, this Eurodance beat. Yeah, okay.
So when do I get to sing my way? When do I get to feel like Sinatra? When do I get to sing my way?
I just wish this vocal were more present. I don't know if that's louder or just more present, like more in your face.
Sign your name with the next mode along. So when do I get to sing my way? When do I get to feel like Sinatra? When do I get to sing my way in heaven or hell? So when do I get to do it my way?
This at least is a more interesting melody.
When do I get to feel like Sinatra? When do I get to sing my way in heaven or hell?
This guy is doing more. You're seeing way more of his teeth as the years go on. He brought the dance back. This is a better melody. Right? You have this ending. This is the constant. This is different than the first, right? They bring back, right? And then they have like the fourth part, right? Kind of the tag. The tag part, I don't know if you would call that a tag or whatever, but you know what I'm talking about. That fourth part there is okay. That could be stronger potentially, but they're at least just structurally is better and more interesting. And that's the part where I'm like, na 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 na. That's not interesting. That's not climactic. That should be the or like the sweeter part or something. Well, I guess the other parts of the sweeter part, that should be the thing that just brings it all. I don't know. That's the part for me of that chorus where I'm like, what are other options? What are other things that you could do with that? But all the other stuff I think is nice. Na 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 na. Right? That's very kind of bittersweet sounding. Na 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 na. But behind that harmony, right? All these things matter, right? Na 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 na. Yeah, so that's what I think about that. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it further, but it's at least a little bit of a sneak peek of how my thinking goes with things like melody and stuff like that. It matters. They don't have another melody that's like this kind of thing. This is probably one of the more interesting, nice, what I would call nice melodies of any of their songs practically so far. Yeah, this song is cool. This song's alright. And yeah, that Euro dance thing, you get that from the beginning. Yeah, they're really going after that. Yeah, this is alright. This is alright. For sure. It was oh my god. We're not there yet. Okay, now we zoom into the 2000s. After this, we just zoom right. All the rest of the songs are in the 2000s, which is super interesting. Be interesting to hear what's going on with all of this. So, no way, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, we'll get to the next song in the next video. I'll catch you then.